Hello ladies and gentlemen, and Idiot Imports is sponsored by PlayAsia, who most likely supplied this game to me unless I specifically mentioned that they didn't. You can follow the affiliate link in the description to buy this game from PlayAsia to support me and my channel, and you can use the coupon code BLUEVITA to save $3 off your order. Thanks for your support, enjoy the show. Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Blue Maxima and I'm here checking out Airship Q. This is an interesting game because it's an Asian import that added an English localization via patch. And thankfully you don't actually have to go and fiddle around in any menus to activate the English localization. As long as you install the patch before you start the game, it'll instantly put itself in the English thing. And the funny thing is there's an English dub with an entirely voiced intro cutscene. Unfortunately, they don't voice any of the cutscenes afterwards, or I should probably say fortunately, in that regard. But, yeah, so, there's two modes in the game. There's the story mode and the quest mode. I have a couple of hours in the story mode already, and I've finished a couple of the quests. The thing about the story mode is that it's an absolute bore to show on camera. Because the idea of the story mode is that you have to go around looking for these statues that unlock all the things that you can build and stuff like that, right? However, the quest mode gives you most of the stuff that you can build in the game right off the bat, so I can literally show off almost everything within the space of 20 to 30 minutes. So we'll be going and doing that instead, but whoop, the intro cutscene started. And you hear the cat talk about that. I'm sorry if the music's bothering you, but I can't really go into the story mode because it'll just load up the game immediately. I'll just go to start a quest because I think it just lets me select a quest from here. So, the idea of the story mode is that, yeah, I told you about the statues and all that. And there's also things like bosses to fight and stuff like that, but you can also see how this works via the quests themselves. So, I'll just go and play one of the quests, and we will talk about that. There's 6 quests in the game, and the unfortunate thing is that these actually give you resources for the main game, but they're mostly useless. I finished 2 of the quests, and one of them only gives you an airship decoration. But then again, the one that I've got my cursor on now, and the one we're actually going to go play, is... It gives you a firebolt bow, which is actually kind of useful. The unfortunate thing about this is that the game... This part of the game, at least, you can play with up to 3 other people, but only via ad hoc. Which is disappointing, because this is actually one of the best parts of the game, because you can do a sort of score attack time trial thing against other people. Can't do that in the story mode, and the story mode is what really needs it, because in the story mode, you need to go back and forth between different islands in order to find different sets of resources. And considering that it takes a while to do that, it'd be useful to have more than one player going around the map trying to help you out with that, but... we'll work with it. So we'll just hit start game here. And here we are on our airship. Things are a little bit more complex in the main game, but we're here on our airship. And this is the world we've got to work with. Now the goal of this world is that we have to find and destroy 3 Gavudins? Is that meant to be a guardian? I don't know precisely. They are around, just they don't spawn right away on the middle island, so I have an opportunity to go and get the resources I need. So I'm on my airship, and we can fly it around with the right analog stick as long as we're in range of it, which is pretty nice, because you don't need to worry about getting in and using a control panel or something like that. There are some things you can't pass through, for example that, so I actually get to... There's the English voice up for you. I'll leave that on for a couple of minutes, but then I'll turn it off because, frankly, it's horrible. It's absolutely shocking, and it really starts to grate on your ears after a while. Only reason I left it on is because I have to demonstrate just how bad it really is. It sounds like a adult who's stoned off their face trying to do a 12-year-old. It's really, really bad. But anyway... Enough of hanging around in the airship, let's get down on the ground. So, Airship Q is like a really simplified version of Terraria. The idea is you have to basically beat the shit out of these skeletons here. I'll just get the airship out of the way. You have to beat the shit out of this skeleton here. Well, these skeletons, I should say. My monitor just turned off because of course it did. You have to beat the shit out of these skeletons, and once you do that, you get their bones, which you can use to... What happened to the audio? That's a new one. Alright. So yeah, once you've done that, you can go into the crafting screen here. And we can see a lot of the stuff we're actually capable of crafting here. Including things like parts for the airship, things like string, and things like balls of stuff. That we can sort them into the individual categories as well. So we can make a door, a rope hook, we can make iron platforms, ladders, and timber for the ship that doesn't explode when it gets set on fire. And we can also make a bone hammer. And bone hammer is meant for the bone... Yeah, listen to this audio dub, it's ridiculous. Here are my items. It really does sound like they're high. Can't blame them, because these lines are a bit ridiculous, but I'm going to go turn that off now. You can also show the actual control schemes here. You can also change the movement settings so that it's moving using the left stick or the directional buttons. It's pretty nice, because you can zoom out using the left analog stick and aim bows and that a lot better. So, now that we've got I shouldn't have jumped from this high. Thankfully, I can land on these. Now that I've got a bone club, I can beat the shit out of these guys a little easier. Unfortunately, I can't actually get the, I can't actually get these, grey bricks here. But I can come here and get stone. And then I can use that to build a better hammer. There are physics in this game, like the water just does fall by itself. There are blocks that can absorb water, which is a nice change. The game's system is a lot like a simple Terraria, especially the crafting system. I gotta make some string. Where is the, there we are. Okay, we're gonna need the stone hammer, and the bow is also useful. So the game's crafting controls, well, mining controls, I should say, are a lot like Terraria's, except they're very simplified, so that they actually work really well, in a sense. Like, you use the D-pad to aim roughly at the block you want to get, and then you hit it. That actually works. Unfortunately, I just lost my bone hammer, but thankfully it's very easy to make another one. Or another 5, like I tend to need. And it does actually swap out when you need it. If you've got multiple of the same thing in a slot, it'll just swap it out. If you've got multiple of the same item and one breaks, it'll swap the other one into the slot immediately. It's very useful. So yeah, mining in this game is actually really easy because it's entirely possible just to walk to the right to make a passage while doing something along the lines of... Come on, brain, work with me here. It's entirely possible to just walk to the right and just start mining. It's very simple. You can also hold the up button to do headbutts. There's also coal. And you can actually use your airship to help you mine, because you can just jump off your airship and get stuff off the bottom of the island, which is very useful indeed. It is still very simple though, because there's only a couple of tiers of crafting stuff, and there's no like special items or hidden resources or anything like that. It's all pretty much out there from point uno if you have the crafting skill to actually do it. That sheep is flickering and I don't know why. Also, that's very annoying. But anyway, what can we craft now? Can we craft anything for the airship? There are sails for the airship that'll make it go faster. You've got iron ship timber that won't just completely self-destruct when it gets set on fire. I'm looking for sails. There's the sails. I need cloth. So if I make cloth, I can make another sail. And then I can come in here and put the sail here, and put the sail on top of here, and this will make the ship move faster. Much faster, in fact. It's kind of ridiculously fast, but if that gets set on fire, I won't have a sail anymore, unfortunately. Death in this game doesn't really come with any consequence, I've found. It's a little bit disappointing, actually. I mean, you just get put back on your ship, and you can actually choose in the main menu to get your ship warped back to the start point in the story mode, which is... It's alright. I mean, considering this game you can die pretty easily if you're not careful. It's alright, but I mean, yeah, just worth noting there. Just grab some more resources. Almost fall through a gap in the floor. There's also gas, which will start to drown you if you walk into it. I do have a bow I can show off now, don't I? Yeah. So bows are actually a bit of a pain in the ass, honestly. You just move them like this, and then you hold circle to fire them. I'm using the left analog stick right now, so it can be pretty hard to aim, especially since you can't turn around with the left analog stick. So that kind of sucks. And they do have durability as well. Let's see. There is diamond down there, but I don't think I have any use for that right now. Grab some more bone hammers, grab some... Well, I don't even really need torches. Why would I make them? I need coal is what I need. I also need to make another, axe. Not axe, Oh, well, I can make an iron axe. Yeah, why not? It's not gonna be as good as... It's gonna, you know, wear out eventually, but... Oh. Bloody axe, not a freaking hammer. I needed a hammer. God, I'm an idiot. Alright, more coal. And more fur, please. There we go. Game also does have a day-night cycle where the available monsters and stuff change. That tree just got set on fire. These guys drop meat for food. It's all very simple, really. It's got really no complex things about it. The only thing that makes the story mode last as long as it does, because of those statues I told you before, very slowly unlock new technology for you to use. Like, if I go into the crafting menu, which doesn't actually, like, it actually pauses the game behind it, you can see that these things here are level 7 and level 8. So I got most of the stuff here that you actually want to see, which is kind of neat. Let's actually make a, you've got flint and steel here. Let's actually try, can we actually make a cannon or anything? No, I need sulfur. I don't think I can actually get sulfur in this, which is a shame, because since I can't get sulfur, that means I can't actually get, any of the weapons. Which is a bit of a disappointment. However, this guy here appears to be stuck, so let's see if we can take him out. Nope, he's gone. What? Nope, he's back there now. Yeah, let's go take that guy out, just why not? First, more coal. Damn. Do I have what I need to make another one just yet? Where is it? Well, if I had 2 more iron bars, I could make the better one. Do I have the ability to make more iron bars? Just enough, alright. Miner's hammer. Right, this will be interesting. Now I just grab that, and I back the hell up. Try to avoid getting hit by the fire, and Unfortunately, I don't actually have a good enough bow to damage him yet. That's a bit disappointing. Also, I have lots of water here. Why is the music bugging out? Doesn't do this normally. Alright, do I have the ability to make a better dagger? I need iron bars and diamond. So I need to go get some diamond now. There's one diamond down at the bottom of this island, so let's go get that. Then I'll have to go retreat to another island to find the resources I need to, Oh dear. This is gonna make things rather interesting. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's my... No, that's not my 2 diamond. Oh, but that is indeed sulfur. Can I make anything with that sulfur that I just got? I can make a flame gun if I have 4 coal. Interesting. And the ship is buried. Of course it is. There we go. Yeah, I gotta try and find some diamond. There's usually some in the bottom of the island somewhere, but the downside of being at the bottom of the islands is that, well, can't really see shit from here most of the time. This will give me a far enough thing to get through. Any diamonds down here? I don't think so. There's some coal though. Let's go get that. There's some diamonds. Very useful to zoom in and out as you're playing. Well, never mind. Just lost that coal. Let's be a little bit more careful with the diamonds this time. Right, diamonds. So let's make a better weapon, shall we? I should be able to make, yes, a diamond sword. These things are very strong, so we can probably actually end the mission with this now. It's very simple to finish these quests, actually, and they do actually give you some decent resources. But I do want to try and actually get a weapon for the airship to demonstrate how that works. So I'm going to get a firing lever, because you need one of them to actually get this whole thing to work. So I just need to put the firing lever down on the ship somewhere. And I just need to get... What do I need to get? What have I got? I can make a small cannon if I have an iron bar and 2 coal. So I need to go get like 3 coal, do I? Where are the iron bars again? Yep, I need to go get 3 coal. Coal should be pretty easy to find. As I said, coal should be pretty easy to find. Let's just try and get up in there. Thankfully the sail for the most part doesn't count. Grab some coal, make an iron bar, and then make a cannon. So now, I can put this cannon, hopefully down here, and if I hit the firing device, I actually have a cannon on my ship. And you can configure this to work with multiple things, and you can make stronger weapons like beams of light, as you saw as I was looking around in there. So, it's pretty neat to have a little airship thing with a cannon. And it does work alright, all things considered. So, let's go and, just, like, can we shell the shit out of this island? We probably could, if we wanted to. Don't think there's anything here that we really want, though. Maybe some of that coal? Oh, I can actually hurt the Gavuden, whatever the hell it is. Oh wait, no, it's been caught by the... Okay, this is interesting. Alright, so. I'm gonna jump out. I'm gonna go beat the shit out of this guy with my sword. If I can get to him. Right. That's one. And he dropped a resource for me. You die too. And you fall off the edge and I don't get your resource, unfortunately. I have no idea how I plan on getting to that guy, and I lost my cannon. That's unfortunate. And I do not have the resources to make another one, do I? Because I don't have the sulfur. Damn. Alright. That's unfortunate, but we'll deal with it. Do I have the ability to make a better bow yet? I need a good bow. Okay, I need 2 string, 2 iron bar, and an extra diamond. So, I have... No, I don't want to trash items. I want to make more string. Okay, so 2 diamond means I'm going to need a... Yep, I'm going to need an extra coal, which is pretty easy to get. Okay, let's get that bar made before I forget about it. Wrong button. Wrong button again. Bar, and now I just need 1 more diamond, which should be pretty easy to find. Let's go over to the island on the right here. Avoid those tree stumps that can throw bombs. Yes, that's a thing that exists. Is there any diamond here? Just got attacked by something. That's not great. Can't see any diamond. Oh, don't tell me I have to go inside. Alright, inside it is. Zoom in a bit so I can see better. I really should be talking about the actual game a bit more. I mean, you can see basically what this game's like through this. I mean, the story mode is basically just a slower version of this thing. Of this quest mode. So, there's not really that much for me to talk about outside of actually demonstrating it on camera. It's actually alright, all things considered. I mean, the English dub is a bit of a pain in the ass. And the controls and stuff might be a little bit slippery, but they also work pretty well, so... I don't really have a problem with them. It's the fact that this game costs about 3 times the price as something like... Oh, I'm gonna go and try and kill you, because... Okay, you're dead. It's mainly the fact that something like Terraria costs like 3 times the price. Not 3 times the price, 3 times less the price for something that's a lot, well, more content filled. So, it's an interesting ploy they got going here, but then again, if you aren't that big of a fan of Terraria's complexity, this game's actually alright. I mean, it is a bit expensive to import it from PlayAsia, I gotta tell ya, but, well, it's an interesting game, and the story mode will last you a bit, and if you can get like 2 or 3 copies, or even 4, and play this with a bunch of friends in the quest, that'd be pretty alright as well, but, yeah... I would suggest waiting for it to go on sale or maybe get a discount. Hint, hint, coupon code Blue Vita. Thank you, PlayAsia, for the sponsorship. But, yeah. It's an interesting game. A bit lightweight, but it works pretty well, actually. There's no real performance problems. You want to turn off that English dub pretty much immediately.
Airship.
But it's actually alright, and I don't really have that much against it. So... yeah, it's alright. I don't really know that much else to say about it. It can keep you entertained for a while, especially if you're going to the story mode, you want to go build up a big airship with lots of guns on it and just use that to plow through everything, you know? Yeah, there we go. It's actually not that bad. This has been Blue Maxima, and I'll see you all next time.